going to present you with a film which shows the Lunar Landstar campervan from the United Kingdom. Now, I've got to say an apology right up front before we get into the film. It's this. I filmed it with this camera, which is the Sony a6000. I bought it in order to get a wide-angle lens. Unfortunately, I believe the camera probably isn't too good in low light conditions, which is those which face filming campervans indoors. Either that or I'm a useless filmer, or probably both reasons. Now, I think I have got the hang of it to a certain extent, but unfortunately the stabilization isn't very good. I haven't got a gimbal. I'm trying to buy a gimbal, and by the time this is published I might have a gimbal, but anyway, that's the reason why it doesn't look too good. Now, I have tried in other films to use what's called digital stabilization, using the computer program to stabilize it, but it just sort of makes it a bit sort of wobbly, and it sort of the thing moves around like this and you get a bit seasick. So you either get seasick from the camera shake or seasick from the digital stabilization, but neither one nor the other appears to work particularly well. Anyway, so there's the apologies, but don't write down below that was useless filming, because I know that. Anyway, I'm going to tell you something about this van, because the van itself is quite interesting. It's on a Mercedes basis. It's got a 316 CDI Sprinter engine. It's a quite innovative because it's got an electric sliding door. You don't see many of them around. It's got a Thule rollout canopy awning and roof mounted solar panel. It also has a Tempmatic air conditioning, Parktronic parking sensors, both at the front and at the rear, electric heated and adjustable mirrors, and an outside temperature gauge. And they're all standard. Internally, it's got furnishings which it says are easy clean, which is be handy when you've got a dog bringing muddy paws all over the place. It's also got an Avtex HD-TV DVD system, chrome finish sockets, 4 burner hob, 3 of which are gas and 1 electric. That'll be useful when you're on site and you don't actually have to pay for the electricity. And it's got a separate oven and grill and cooking hob extractor fan. Now, what do you think of the layout? Is this the sort of thing that would appeal to you or not? Well, let's have a look at the film first and then you can tell me. Stuttgart, the 19th of January 2018. This is the stand of Lunar, and this is their RL campervan. It's on a Mercedes chassis. It costs over 80,000 euros. It is 712 centimeters long, 199 wide and 282 high, and you get it on a 3.5 ton basis. It is a British design, but it does have 1 or 2 things in it which will make it suitable, I think, for the German market. Okay, we have LPG gas cabinet immediately here, so we'll open this up. The gas goes in there. Now, many British companies actually put on built-in gas canisters, so you can actually fill it, and that's precisely what I would do. I put that somewhere under here, I think, and then I would use that for something else. Now, coming in here, we find extension 2 here for if you're sitting outside. You can do your cooking, put the pasta plates out, something like that. From there, I'm going to sit down in my favourite seat, which is the passenger seat, and look down there, and you can see we've got a separate lounge down there. A curious feature here, which is this table, which when you're sitting up, of course you can move it out of the way for when you want to come back. You don't have to have the table there, which, I mean, if you're sitting in this position here, you've got a place to put your beer or whatever it is if you don't want to talk to the people who are down there. Before going down there, we'll have a quick look in here, and look at that enormous shower. It's got 1 plug hole, And a big shower head, looks pretty smart to me. There's the toilet. You don't need a duckboard because you're not, when you go into the toilet, you're not passing through the shower. And there's a mirror, and there's the camera. Now, let's have a look at what we've got down here. And let's have a look at the kitchen to start off with, because the kitchen is very well equipped, or is it over the top? Oven, grill oven, 4 burners, one of which is electric, so it's not really a burner, so 3 burners plus 1 electric hob. Microwave. Now that's a lot for a nation which is not noted for its culinary skills, but for those who do want to practice them, we've got this amazing amount of space up here for preparation. Now for a van of this nature, I think that's a pretty big sink as well. So that's a good sign. Rather elegant tap here. And a bit of storage above. Microwave and storage lockers around the top here. I'll show you inside, that's what it looks like. Oh, and there's a plug as well. One thing I appreciate here though is the way the doors open, and we've got this contact with nature. Obviously now I'm inside a hall in Stuttgart trade fair, but you know, if you were beside a lake, you had the mountains, you had even the campsite, whatever, you've got this opening which is really for me quite wonderful. And for days when it's cold, you've got the skylights at the top with the light coming in, which is pretty good. Now, as far as the bed's concerned, well, you probably want to take that table out the way, and as you can see down here, we've got struts which will pull out to make a bed, and that's where you can sleep. So, what do you think? Mercedes basis, it's interesting conversion. Is this something you'd like? Or not? Yeah, have a look at some of the, there's a wardrobe's a bit small. So, let me know what you think. And you can see more vehicles from Lunar on my site, as well as from other companies here at Stuttgart. So let's turn the lights out and close the door.